If you're looking to start an SEO agency and land your first client within 30 days, this is the video for you. To start, first meet my cat, Chi-Chi. Here's what we're going to cover. Number 1, learning the basics of SEO. Number 2, define your niche, services, and processes. Number 3, build a website and brand. Number 4, how to find your clients. And number 5, common mistakes to avoid. More than likely, you have one of two problems. Number 1, you are trying to build your SEO agency and you can't seem to scale it. Or you're just trying to start your SEO agency and you don't know where to start. This video is for you. No matter which group you're in both of those groups, you're going to need to know the basics of SEO. Whether you're trying to sell, whether you're trying to build a team, whatever it is you're trying to do, if you don't know the basics of SEO, on page, off page, technical, you're not going to be able to build your business. You need to master these things so that when you're in the room with your clients, or you're with your team, or you're teaching people, you know what you're talking about. Second thing, when you go to define your business and who you're going to focus on, your niche, make sure that the services you're creating match your niche, because e-commerce SEO, local SEO, international SEO, or there's other different groups of SEO. These all require different types of SEO skills. Fundamentally, they're all the same, but you can't be a master of all. So I'm going to speak to you from my own perspective. I'm a local SEO expert at Nation Media Design, and I help companies, primarily service-based businesses, to rank locally. Can't you see how I just laid that out? Essentially, look at it. If we take a funnel, starting at the top, I've focused in on service-based clients. Going down that funnel, I've already limited who I'm going to be focusing on with my services. My services need to directly contribute value to those who I'm offering my services. So I build these services around local-based companies. So how I speak, the things I talk about, from my sales pitch to the services that I offer, they're all focused in on that service-based client. Don't try to sell your service to everybody. Not everybody wants your service. The more specific you are and focusing on businesses that are in high volume, meaning there are a lot of those types of businesses out there, the more return you're going to get on your investment. If you try to focus your funnel too wide and you try to offer a service to everybody, nobody's going to want to buy your service. So get really specific with your service and get really specific with the niche that you want to focus on. And then from there, with your services, open a Google Doc and start mapping out from the time you onboard that client, and I'm going to move into your processes, start listing out what are the processes that you're going to use from onboarding to month by month activities for that client to get them ranking. This is so important because one of the biggest things in scaling your business, which I'll get into later, is client retention. You can always get new clients, but holding on to your clients is going to be fundamentally important to scaling your income into getting to new levels. And I just want to mention to you that I actually offer a course on how to do this step by step. So if you're interested in the next 30 days getting a paying SEO client, then go down below and click the link and we'll get you started. The next thing you need to do is build a website and a brand. Now, when I say a website, start really simple. Just get a landing page. And what you can do if you've already built your services, you've already focused in on the niche that you have, you can focus in on with the content, with the imagery, and everything you need to put on that landing page, focusing on your target market from top to bottom of that page. I'm going to tell you how to lay it out real simple, real quick. Number 1, just have a big hero image and make a statement that speaks to your audience. Right below that, have a bit about you and your company. Number 3, have some proof, some social proof. So maybe you need to first go and work with your family or get somebody who isn't going to pay you for your services, or maybe you already have some clients. Get some social proof on that page. Number 4, have your services listed out. What are the specific services? Don't just be general like, oh, I offer SEO and we'll get your page optimized and within days you'll be ranking. Nobody cares about that. People care about your specific service as it relates to their problem. Your landing page, keep this in your mind. You need to be a problem solver. Your page needs to show and convince that person that you'll solve their problem. After your social proof, then have some other sections, maybe some supporting information, and then finally a contact form or a link that someone can click to call you. Both are the best way and best practice. In your landing page, if you follow those steps, it's going to be totally convincing of your possible client and show them not only what services you offer, but answer the who, the what, and the why of why they should choose you, which is the most important thing. Is anyone goes to buy your service, they're looking for somebody to solve their problems. And if you can show them you're the problem solver, then they're going to choose you. Number 4, start finding clients. Number 1, go to Upwork, build a profile, get your services on there. Number 2, Fiverr, go to Fiverr, get your services on there. And if you can't get a client on there right away, find someone in real life that you know, maybe a past client. Upwork has where you can invite them to get some reviews. One of the biggest things with your online image is you need reviews. The more proof you have on your Upwork or Fiverr profile of the services you're provided, the higher likelihood you're going to have of converting that person. And make sure in your profiles you're super specific to who you're speaking to. Again, for me, if I'm serving service-based clients, I want to make sure that my profile, my services are speaking to the problems of these service-based clients that want to rank locally. So from here, here's some real-world options that you can use. And I know the first one that I'm going to start with, BNI, is international. There's people in India that I know that are in it. I was in BNI for over 5 years, and I made hundreds of thousands of dollars from being in BNI. It is a great place to start. It's a great place to network, and it's a great place to find people who want to buy your services. Number 2, go to your local community center or to your local government entities and start finding networking groups. You'd be so surprised how many networking groups are locally where you can find some starter clients to help you get on the road to refining and building your business. Number 3, go on Eventbrite, go on any local event site and start looking for local networking groups. These are places where you can intermingle with businesses and start to find people who want to buy your services. The next one is social media, and I believe the best place to start is LinkedIn. Now, this one, in my opinion, is going to take the longest because you're going to have to really build a following, a repertoire to get people to trust you. But I know from experience, LinkedIn is really becoming more and more centered around helping business entrepreneurs to find leads. Number 5, common mistakes to avoid. In the beginning, don't focus on how much you're making. Focus on getting better at doing the thing that you set out to do. Focus on your processes. Focus on your client communication. Don't ignore it. Make sure that you're meeting the needs of your clients, and focus on your services, optimizing them, setting up better processes, talking to your clients, finding out how to improve those things that you're doing. Don't focus as much on how much you're making, because you need to get good at the thing you're doing. And maybe you're already there and you're doing it well. Then you need to just focus on your processes and look at your time and how do you take these processes, plug people into the processes, and separate yourself from those processes so you can focus on the higher levels of income, of management, communication, to make more money. If you don't have to be involved in the implementation and you can find someone to replace you in the implementation, then you can continue to scale. Next common mistake to avoid: don't think that you are the best. And what I mean is, don't think of yourself too highly as you come into doing what you do. Even as you get good, even as you get great, always humble yourself and focus on what your clients are saying. Now, sometimes client feedback is not always accurate, so it doesn't mean that the client, as people say, I don't agree with it, they're always right. But what it does mean is that you always keep yourself humble as you grow your business, as you get to new levels of income, as you get more people under your wing, because humility is going to keep you where you are, is where pride comes before the fall. Now, the next thing that I want you to know is that as you take these 5 steps and you put everything together, don't forget in the process of all of this that time is not on your side. And what I mean is, you need to figure out as a business owner as soon as possible, how do you separate your income generation from your time? Because the further you separate those two things, the more you can scale what you're doing and the more you can scale your SEO agency. If you're the only one implementing, optimizing pages, doing content, building web pages, you're going to be stuck in the implementation and not in the levels of income, of management, communication, creativity that will make you more money. And if you're stuck in the implementation, you're only going to be able to scale so high. So you need to figure out as soon as possible, as soon as you refine your processes enough, how do I step back from doing the thing and step into these higher levels of income? We've covered all 5 things, and I hope that you walk away from this video learning how to start an SEO agency, or if you have an SEO agency, how to optimize it, how to scale, and overall, just how to grow what you're doing. My goal is to help every single digital marketing SEO entrepreneur out there to grow what they're doing and to get leads to fill your business needs. It's Caleb Nation from Nation Media Design, and please, again, I'm gonna beg you, like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great week. See ya.